Everybody, it's me here, your boy here, and I was just checking Troy Polamalu versus Ed Reed and Peyton versus Tom Brady comparison. So I decided, why couldn't I talk about that? It was posted by the German, but I'm gonna talk about that right now. And first, I'm gonna say off Ed Reed versus Troy Polamalu. I can't tell a difference. I think both of the comparisons are tied. Like Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu are the same, and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are the same, kind of. But let me save Peyton Manning and Tom Brady for later. So Troy Polamalu versus Ed Reed. Ed Reed has 54 career receptions. Troy Polamalu has 27. Ed Reed has a year longer, so nobody can get 27 interceptions in a year. So Ed Reed has 2 times the interceptions and 3 times the intercepted returns for touchdowns. But I believe Troy Polamalu was better. I mean, he should have been the top defensive player on the top 100. But so if I had to pick, I think I would have to go with my man Troy. Pure dynamic, hustle. He can pass rush. He's got wonderful feet. He's an athlete. And he has the speed and the strength that people don't really see in him, because it was burning from the inside of him. I mean, to me, best safety in the game. Ed Reed is the only person who can compare to him in safety. So, but I'm still gonna have to go with my man Troy. I'm sorry. But Ed Reed does have more players on the defensive side with him. Haloti Ngata, Ray Lewis, and Terrell Suggs on the defensive side with him. And when he's not on the field and he's on the bench, and if you talk about offensive players, then he has Joe Flacco and Ray Rice. So that makes the Baltimore Ravens dynamic, especially the defense. But Troy Polamalu, he does have people with him. He has Lamar Woodley and James Harrison, and on the offensive side, he has Ben Roethlisberger, Hines Ward, Mike Wallace, and Rashard Mendenhall. So Troy Polamalu does have more offensive weapons. But Baltimore probably has like the best defense in the league because they have so many great players. But Ed Reed doesn't have that great of an offense. He only has 2 offensive players, Joe Flacco and Ray Rice, and those are the only offensive players on the Baltimore Ravens I know, I think. So I consider Troy better safety because you look how he's jumped from the past few years. He has 2 Super Bowls. He has 2 Super Bowls. He has 2 Super Bowls. Ed Reed has none. He has 3 Super Bowl appearances. Ed Reed has none. Wait, does he? Yeah, he has none. So, like in games, like when they play against each other, there are a couple games Ed Reed won the matchups, but most of the time it would be Troy. Some people look at it too much of the interceptions. Ed Reed 54, Troy with 27. Man, I think I'm gonna have to go with Troy. Yeah, but the problem is there are the only safeties on their teams. Well, not the only safety, but they are the better safeties. Like, they don't have anybody else with them on the offensive side that are safeties, and they both don't have any corners, except I think Troy Polamalu does have something Townsend. And Troy Polamalu also has James Ferrier on the defensive side with him. People don't see how great Troy Polamalu is, because this is something Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed both have in common. Like they could do this, and this is what I mean. Like, the ball could be thrown to this receiver, But the quarterbacks sometimes are smart. They throw it to the other receiver. It's usually incompletion, but they throw it to the other receiver. But if it was thrown to that same receiver, they could have easily intercepted the ball. So the quarterbacks are usually smart for passing to the other person, giving up away incomplete pass. Because I would give away an incomplete pass rather than to get sacked, interception, fumble, recovery by them, or fumble force. So, because you probably have another down. This man. And if you guys watched the NFL Top 100 Players of 2011, you saw they were both in the top 10. Troy Polamalu was number 6, Ed Reed was number 5. I thought Troy Polamalu should have been top 5. Ed Reed probably could have been top 5 too. Crazy safeties, because I've seen the Baltimore Ravens games and I've seen the Pittsburgh Steelers games. They both dominate. They're probably the best players on their team. The reason the Baltimore Ravens defense is so good is because they have 4 players, 4 key parts. They have Terrell Suggs, who can get the sacks, fumbles. They have Ray Lewis, who covers the front and is the vocal leader. They have Haloti Ngata, who can stop the run game, and he gets interceptions that people don't really see that much. And they also have Ed Reed, like I said, who covers the whole back. Like, if they pass it to the corners, pass it to wide receivers, it's pretty easy to defend it for Ed Reed. He'll just throw it up. The quarterback would just throw it up there. We would just catch the ball. And both of them, when the ball touches their hands, it's a pick. Period. I don't really see people comparing them. Actually, I do. Like the NFL Network even compared them together. And it's Polamalu. Oh, it's Reed. But they even had a chat like on the phone. They said who was the best player? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. They both deserved it. Troy Polamalu, Darrelle Revis. I think they should have replaced it with somebody like Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Andre Johnson, Adrian Peterson. If you know what I'm talking about, they should have put it with somebody else. But Troy Polamalu, they would have probably had put a defensive player like Julia Peppers. Or if they couldn't find any defensive players, in my opinion, they would basically have to put Drew Brees or Michael Vick. Michael Vick had a pretty good chance. He was number 20. I thought he should have been at least top 10, if not top 5, because, Michael Vick was too underrated. Number 20 doesn't even exist, but, okay. Okay, we're done with the Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu debate. Let's get it with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Okay. All you can say is unbelievable. Bye. No, I'm kidding. All you can say is they're unbelievable. They both passed for 4,000 yards, 400 yards. As you can see, Peyton Manning, I give him a nickname, Sheriff, because he always finds his man. Finds his target, and he shoots you dead. Like my dad, he will always watch his Cowboys movies. They shoot him dead. Peyton Manning will basically do that with the football. He would shoot it across. You wouldn't get it. You're basically dead. His receiver, all he has to do is put his hands out a little bit. Simple as that. And Tom Brady, I thought Tom Brady is definitely the better quarterback. People just say Peyton Manning because when they think of Peyton Manning, they just think of his career. And that is all people think, career. Tom was the MVP. The only thing that got me into, Tom is the MVP, is because I saw the low interceptions he got. But then I saw the highest passer rating. I think he had the most pass yards, most touchdown passes, and when you have all that, you're probably the best quarterback, and the only quarterbacks that can compare to him right now are probably Peyton Manning, Michael Vick, and Drew Brees. Still, Michael Vick, I'm still upset. He's not even in the top 15. That's embarrassing. Michael Vick also had a chance to be in the cover. Alright, back to Peyton Manning, Tom Brady discussion. All right, they've been compared so much. Like the games that they had, they leave them on the field, and they drive the respect. Like this year, Tom Brady won, I believe. But Tom Brady, the thing is, he led his team. He put it down. The Patriots were 14-2, best record in the league. They had a high chance of going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl, but yeah, they didn't. The Colts got knocked out in the first round, and they got knocked off in the wild card. But the important thing is, Tom lost his first game too, because I don't think he played in the wild card match. That was his bye week. Man. But I don't think there was anything that Peyton Manning did in the wild card, man. Whew. I would say Tom Brady, he is the better quarterback, because if you look at them, when they throw the ball, the throws are alike. Their skill is alike. Them being able to put out coverage, they're not pretty fast, but Tom Brady has not rare speed. He doesn't have that much speed. He does have a little bit of speed, so he can get out of coverages. So he can get out of tackles and stuff better than Peyton Manning. Even his brother, Eli Manning, can get out better. Eli Manning is the better athlete. He says he's better in bowling, tennis, basketball. Football might be the only sport Peyton Manning is better. Peyton Manning is better at than Eli Manning. But I don't really consider Peyton Manning and Tom Brady a fight. I consider it a war, because Tom Brady and Peyton Manning both even have their websites, so they get a lot of respect on the team. They're like the vocal leaders on the team. They're like the players on the team. Like the thing is, if I had to choose, it would be Tom Brady. But they are closely the same. If I didn't have to choose, the thing that's funny is because they said Tom Brady has more weapons on offense. He only has Wes Welker and maybe Torrey Holt, but he's not that good. And Randy Moss left, so Randy Moss, Wes Welker, and Torrey Holt was his options. Now he only had two, and Torrey Holt's not really a weapon, so I would only put Wes Welker. But the thing is, Peyton Manning has more available weapons. He has Pierre Garçon, Austin Collie, Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark. But the funny thing is, like, he makes them who they are. Like, they would be nothing if they had another quarterback, like, let's say, they would be nothing if they had, like, Jake Delhomme. Like, they would be nothing, because they need a great quarterback like the great Peyton Manning. He could be the greatest quarterback of all time, but I would still have to give that award to Joe Montana. But, so Peyton Manning makes them who they are. And the Colts' second string quarterback, Jeff Saturday, when they were in, he didn't throw as good passes, so it's pretty hard for them. Yes, they would still probably catch it, and they still did go all the way to the playoffs without Peyton Manning in 2006 or something, or 2004 when he was injured and he broke the record for net touchdown passes. But then Tom Brady broke the record with 50 touchdown passes, and he has two. And Tom has 2 MVPs. Peyton Manning has 4. Peyton Manning's Super Bowl ring. Tom has 3 on his 3 and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. And for a whole bunch of years before this year's Pro Bowl, the 2011 Pro Bowl, 2010, 2011 Pro Bowl, there were Peyton Manning was like the starter for like 7, 8, I don't know how many years straight, but he was the starter for like a lot of years straight, maybe like 7. But then this year, Tom Brady just came up, stepped up. Okay, he basically said, okay, I'm not gonna let Peyton Manning get another starting. Like Peyton Manning was still a Pro Bowler, but Tom was the starting. Peyton Manning was the second string. I mean, come on. You can't say anything about these guys. We're just pure dummies. He's right past John Goody even said they call him the Sheriff. I give Peyton a nickname the Sheriff because he always finds his man. But they were in the top 2 of top 100 players in 2011, the series they had and everything. But they were both in top 2. Peyton Manning was number 2 and Tom Brady was number 1. As I thought, it's no brainer. As you see, Redman having the same conversation with his boy Bruce Blitz and Sky Ward match 7. But anyways, so that is the order. The 2 ones are Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed. I said if I had to pick, it would be Troy Polamalu and Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. They were both. These 2 matches were both equal. Tom Brady and Ed Reed were both. Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed were both equal to me, but I had to pick. It would be Troy, and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were most equal, but I had to pick. It would be Tom. So, anyways, that's the discussion. I didn't bring out any prop or anything, but I'm sorry. So I said Troy Polamalu and Tom Brady. Troy Polamalu was not in top 5. I was surprised. But anyways, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.